And it's John. It's been a while since I did one of these, but I've always wondered to myself, what if I started making conspiracy theories? Something that's been done before. I'm not sure. And so right now, it's a perfect time to theorize. Because right now is a time of the series called The Stories of Sodor Season 5. The Stories of Sodor no. The Stories of Sodor was a series based on Tugs and Thomas and Friends. It's kind of like Tugs, except if it didn't get canceled after 13 seasons. Yeah, it wasn't successful. Yeah. Alright, well, season 5 isn't really great. It's good to see us in of Stories of Sodor, and it's been like, what, like a year before, during the time of the last one. Now, most people have made theories about the Stories of Sodor about season 5. And in case you didn't watch, Vandalism, you'll know a very major character dies. And not Bolgi, or Sheffield, at least I'm not yet, or Oliver, or Duck, or Thomas. That goes to Jeffrey. Yep, in case you don't know, Jeffrey died. And in case you don't think I'm bluffing, well, here. What if pretty long? Yeah, he ain't gonna live. And he wasn't, and Jeffrey wasn't the only character to die, but O did Peter by a guy named Lucius von Hoff. And I'm probably thinking, what, a bullet can kill an engine as a train? Well, it can. No, I'm not joking. Literally, he's dead. Gavin shows scrap cart.
I don't understand. I always thought it would take more than 3 bullets to kill an engine.
Yeah, but Mr. Hall, I'll explain later, he's a new character.
I'd have, sir, if not for his metal fatigue.
But Peter had
what?
metal fatigue.
He had metal fatigue? Yes, sir. We discovered it during the
Remember,
autopsy.
metal fatigue, it's kind of like a disease that can kill engines. It's the same way. Wait, did I show a video episode or 2 other engines died? Those. Those 2 characters being Adam and Randolph. Yes, guy. He was only a one-time character, so only one other guy was, so only Adam's death was kind of important. Yeah. And it gets even better at this. Even Mr. Zoro dies. Which I know this could be quite a little tricky, but yeah. Mr. Zoro dies. And yes, they killed for real this time. Why? Despite him dying and literally like surviving World War II and a disease. He said it. Next, and if you're thinking much like stories of Sodor Season 4 where 3 characters died, well, no, because at the end we do see Mr. Hall or his twin. It's kind of obvious it's Mr. Hall. And that's all about it. Now, I'm not really gonna furious about the guy's thing. It's obvious it's Mr. Hall. Like, he was shown at the end of Vandalism. He was shown at the end of Rescued. It was the same model that was used to gun down Mr. Zoro. At first, I kind of thought it was his twin. Like, yeah, they do have twins, so like it's like it. But then again, and Mr. Hall did it was kind of shown more, and it's not been confirmed yet. So yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a thumbnail from Sansu Cha. Let's go to the part. Crazy him. No, I'm gonna be focusing on the characters who die. There are many characters that die in stories of Sodor. Such as those being Adam, Alfred, Andreas, Colin, Dominic, Jeffrey, Johnny Cuba, Lily, Mr. Zoro, Mr. Star, Randolph, and of course, oh yeah, also Station Master Jeffries, and most recently Peter. Yeah, yes, I know that Mr. Zoro died after him, but still, you get what I mean. Now, this will be focused on the characters that I think will die. Now, let's begin with the most obvious one that's gonna die. Benson. Yeah, it's kind of obvious that Benson's gonna die. Like, everyone's been feared he takes the role of Bruno, so he came closely coming to death. he, and also at the end of at the end of the season 5 trailer, which is like dive
19.
and also when we're looking at the
My name is.
scrap carcasses, we see Benson's model. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of obvious that Benson will die. How will he? Well, I think that Mr. Hall will be building a bomb, and the bomb goes off. And unlike Benson, he did it by himself, he gets near this and it gets blown up. I don't really think that Benson would cause it because character development, ish. I mean, he's kind of had a character arc, so I guess. And also, and yeah, that's how I think Benson will die. Next up is someone who I think might die, but I can't remember. Sheffield. Yeah, a lot of people have been furiousing about Sheffield's death since he had a completed character arc, and most characters with completed character arcs do die. An example of this is Darth Vader from the Star Wars series. Granted, I haven't watched the trilogy fully. I'm going to. I think I might like it. Yeah, I'm gonna like it. At the end of the third movie, Darth Vader did die. I mean, his character arc was completed by then, so yeah. And I feel like the same might happen to Sheffield. And as you know, in Tugs, there's a certain character in there. And who was that? Big Mickey. Okay, I wouldn't say he really died. Okay, fine, he did. Yes, I'm pretty sure he died because one, we did see him fall over the ledge and in the shallow water. And unless he got rebuilt and revived, like in Thomas and Friends, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, then again, there is the theory that engines were reincarnations of dead people in one of and non-faceless vehicles of in sort of specials. But then again, that's Victor Tanzig's headcanon, not the show's headcanon. And honestly, I think this crane is different. This Big Mickey is different from this Big Mickey. Obviously, because one, this Big Mickey has a face, while I mean, this Big Mickey doesn't have a face, while this Big Mickey does have a face. Who knows? Maybe they're like brothers or something and they have the same name. Maybe it's like Arthur, where there are two versions of him. next up we have. Anyways, back in Sheffield. I think he's gonna die. Where Sheffield is trying. One of Sheffield's munitions catch on fire, and he tries to move away, but then he derails and blows up. And next, and that's how I think Sheffield will die. Now next, and for our next character is Mickey. Yeah, it's kind of. I think everyone knows that Big Mickey was gonna die. I mean Mickey, but I don't think it's how most people theorized it. Well, he does have the same name similar to that of Big Mickey, but I don't think that's how he'll die. Instead, I think and if we see right here in Brenham Docks, there's this giant building. Maybe Mickey could go under the building, or get crushed by another building, and die from that being crushed by a building. Either it's the giant building, or maybe it's one of the other buildings, like a taller that falls on top of him and he gets crushed and doesn't survive. Yeah. And that's how I think Mickey will die. Alright, we've gone for the most obvious characters to die. Mickey. Sheffield. And also Benson. So who's next? But however, there's one more character that I think is going to die. And it's Donald Pickett! What do you think it's going to be? Donald? Of course not. Oh, he's like... Look at me. Like a main character in the show. Why do you think they would kill him off? So yeah, I don't really think Donald will die, but instead Pickett. Why Pickett? Well, not because of the fact we see. It's not that we do. That we see his his carcass isn't really shown. I mean, yes, there is what is Sheffield? Stereo train. It's kind of more Sheffield's design, but I think Pickett is going to die because he takes the role of 10 cents, and as we know in Tugs, munitions. Tencent and survived his explosion from and due to actually I don't really know how Tencent survived. I don't know, but Pickett does have a similar character to that of Tencent. And also, I think it's the fact that Pickett has the least amount of screen time. Think about it. If we look at the appearances for in the stories of Sodor, we only see he didn't appear in replacements reshuffle amend and a cameo in Trial. And he also didn't really get much scenes aside from like cameo, like a couple cameos and appearance in Prototypes and appearance in Relationships. And he also appeared in Trouble. Engineism Engine as a cameo, and Vandalism as a cameo, Competition as a cameo, Rescued as a cameo, Experiment cameo, Revenge cameo. Even in Sodor shorts, he doesn't have that much appearances, except from Bridge and Guess. So that's why Peckett will die. And you're thinking, John, they don't kill off characters who don't have a lot of screen time. Well, they actually do. Example of this is is River Golden Freddy from Andrew John 100 series. Well, because yes, I know I'm using a lot of YouTube series. I don't own any of this. This belongs to all the rightful people. But I think Andrew John said that Golden Freddy had to be killed off due to him not having a purpose. Same thing with Peckett. I think they'll make the same fate. And that's who I think is going to die in munitions. But if you think I'm done, well, no. Now we move on to Fallout. No, not that Fallout. I'm talking about the episode Fallout, like. In yeah, there we go. Oh my god, there we go. You're probably thinking, John, no one's gonna die in Fallout. Who would die in Fallout? Well, I think they could die to like an infection. Due to the Fallout, one of the engines could die due to burnness and sickness. And I think a character that's gonna be killed off in Fallout will be Wendell. Why Wendell? I think Wendell will die in the Fallout due to him not showing up in the intro. I'll tell you what I mean. In the intro to Okay. If we look in the intro to stories of Sodor, we can see the other Great Western engines for Sheffield and Peckett. We see Oliver, Duck, a cameo of William. But Peckett is the only one that is there, but instead he's replaced by this diesel engine named Owen, I think. I'm not sure, I don't really attention to most of the diesel OZs. So yeah, that's how I figure the Stories of Sodor is going to die. Everyone who I think is going to die in the Stories of Sodor. Now, I'm not really sure that Wendell will die in Fallout, or in case anyone dies in Fallout, but it's just a guess. And that's about it. Yeah, this was... Yeah, all credit goes to Victor Tanzig, Andrew John 100, and Tantucha. Mainly for the thumbnail. Yeah. And that's it for this video. I'm going to charge my phone and film 2 other videos. And yeah. Bye.